Okay.
Can I say it now?
There you go.
Can you critique the current IVP position? So I love how close Carmosa got the interns to be. I look at them and I feel like they're almost like sisters, and and I really want to continue that sort of tradition when and if I have my own interns. The only thing that I wish that Carmosa did is that ensure that her interns were very comfortable with editing programs, because I understand that when you come up against something that you're not very familiar with and you're expected to create things with it, it's a little bit scary. So I wish there was more in-depth classes when it came to Photoshop, Illustrator, and Premiere.
Next question, Rosalinda.
So right now, the emphasis is on Photoshop, Illustrator, and video. Is there any other skills that you want to teach your interns to implement new ways of marketing?
Well, already the interns are doing such a great job by changing their profile pictures, changing their cover photos. It's wonderful. I think they can also take another step by also helping the next MP with commercials, because we always need actors, we always need people helping direct, we always need people helping to film. So I think it would be great if they helped with commercials. And maybe even flyers as well, because I think that even though MPs usually has a shadow, it's not always up to them to make flyers or create different things, that we can rely on the interns as well, because the reason why, or one of the main reasons why they joined this, this program is to better their editing skills.
Danessa.
Since one of the other responsibilities of IVP is the talent show, is there anything that you would do differently next year for next year's talent show?
Oh, well, being that I used to be a part of theater in high school, I understand that audiences get extremely restless during really long shows. So I would shorten the talent show to maybe 2 hours. If it was 3, I would have a 15-minute intermission. Maybe even during a 2-hour performance, I would have at least maybe a 10-minute intermission.
Gerald?
Another major responsibility for the IVP would be the first general meeting of the year. In terms of how it was run this year, how would you improve the marketing for it?
I would say that this year's first general meeting was actually extremely well marketed. I think that the videos were awesome. It really grabbed people's attention. It had good music, good graphics, good editing. The t-shirts were very eye-catching as well. But besides that, I believe that maybe we could have posted flyers in different areas on campus. Maybe perhaps utilizing Ring Road, Soar Center, since we are very good friends with them, and many other places on campus.
So not necessarily in terms of IVP, but how do you feel being an intern and being on a appointed board has prepared you for an exec position? Because being on exec, you take up more responsibility than the appointed board would. It's not necessarily you're focusing on your program, you're also focusing on the logistics of the club and making sure that the club runs, you know what I mean? So as far as that, how do you feel like your previous positions have helped prepare you for exec?
Well, sometimes I think that when people are in higher positions, they sometimes forget what it's like to be the intern, what it's like to be counseling director or HSO directors. So I believe that being that I used to be an intern and that I am currently now the marketing and publicity director, I know what it's like to be in that position, and I can use my experiences to further help the people that I need to guide next year.
Rob?
Through your own uniqueness, what can you bring different to the IVP position that no other IVP before you has ever brought
not only do I have a lot of skill sets, I do have a lot of tools. I have a Wacom tablet that has greatly helped me with my own graphics, and I believe that my interns could utilize as well because I'm willing to lend it to them. I also have Pages, which is a great way to create forms to make things simpler when it comes to trying to get order forms out or to get registration out, or those sort of other things.
Real quick, there's room in front and stuff if you guys wanted to take seats. Not just stand there. Jericho, there's a seat like literally right there. Okay. Back to the caucus. Diana.
What would you do to motivate your interns?
I would have a lot of hangouts because I think when people are relaxed and well refreshed, that they work a lot better and they're more motivated to do things. When people are more stressed out, it's harder to get people to do the work that needs to be done.
Calm Joe.
So being an intern and M&P, you like fit into the roles that IVP like manages, and it's also different now because like if you were to be elected IVP, it's kind of running your own little board too. Like you have your own intern meeting. So what did you like most about how you were in each role and the IVP that played that role? Like how did you like what they did, and how do you think what would you do differently in the same?
I love how trusting Mallory was in our interns. She let us take on a lot of responsibility, and she trusted us with our work. She gave me a lot, and along with a lot of my other interns, a lot of responsibilities such as creating videos, creating the yearbook is an extremely big responsibility already in and of itself. So I believe that I enjoyed Mallory's trust. Did you say the current IVP as well?
Or like as because you're able to see it from all points of view, like as M&P when there was an IVP, and you experience all those roles with an IVP overseeing you, but the roles are switching. So, like, what would you do differently? What would you do the same?
I definitely enjoyed the chill minutes. When I've been to a few of the intern meetings, and I've noticed that before the interns got into the whole meeting and discussing everything that they needed to take care of, they just took a moment, relaxed, closed their eyes, listened to a song, or maybe watched a video, and I think it totally changed the mood of things. So I would definitely keep those things.
Gerald.
IVP looks over marketing and publicity, but it also looks over administrative affairs director. Why do you think that IVP looks over both positions, and what would you like to see from those board members?
Well, IVP is in charge of ensuring that general members we keep attendance. So marketing, publicity, and admin are obviously two very important roles to this club in order to keep members. Graphics are a way to really pull the attention of people who are curious in our club or who are currently attending our club. Admin is in charge of ensuring that everything is organized and that they need to make sure that everyone's membership is accounted for, the events are enjoyable, etc. So I think this is why that IVP shadows both of these positions.
Diana.
How would you handle an intern that's not doing their fair share in the work?
Well, first, I would like to find out what's going on with that intern. When I see someone not pulling their same weight, it's not always because the person is lazy, maybe because there's another problem outside of their control that they just can't handle. And if that's the case, I will allow them to give them time to recuperate and explain to other interns what's happening and try and be there for my interns by also partaking in the work as well. Because just because I am an overseer does not mean I can do work as well. If the intern is being lazy, then I would give them a chance to straighten up. And if they do not straighten up, I would not be afraid to let them go from the intern program. Because I want passionate people in my intern program.
Rob?
So interns in the intern program get a lot of stuff out of the program, but what's the one most important thing that you think they should walk away from PASS and walk away from the intern program with, and why?
I think overall, the interns really need to walk out with a sense of confidence, because the intern program is all about building up all these skills. But even though you have all these skills, it doesn't matter like how good you are at what you do. If you don't have the confidence, then you can't achieve anything.
How would you do that? How would you implement that specifically?
I would really like to talk to my interns one-on-one and hope that I get close enough to them for them to be honest with me. If they don't feel comfortable with a certain project, then I will be there with them to help to explain things, to show them different new methods, or to help sort out their problems.
So when you're selecting your interns, you're gonna get a variety of personalities, and like you can't, like what are you looking for in interns, and how will you play a factor in them getting to know board, the general members, and their other fellow interns?